The film business loves to put people in boxes. You gotta play someone who just had a car crash because you're in a wheelchair. Here it's like, you don't have that.
The dream is to change the way disability is seen in America.
Andrew, you ready for playback?
There's so much talent, and you see it here with this group.
I'm Isla Halby, and I'm one of the directors of Zeno Mountain Farm.
And I'm Peter Halby, another director at Zeno. Our mission is to support lifelong friendship and opportunity for people with and without disabilities. It's important for us to have the integration.
We run camps all year long.
And right now, we're at our film camp. We've been making movies for about 12 years now. We've done all different types of genres, from a sports drama movie, we did a time travel movie, we did a superheroes movie, a Western, and this year we're doing a high school musical.
All right, let's roll camera. Andrew, hit it.
The last film we did, we went to film festivals all over, and the hope is that we get to do that with this. In every aspect of this film, we have disabled talent, from the casting to the lighting to the script writing.
Hi, I'm Alex Bardo.
Bill James.
Debbie Badil.
Noah. Rosa.
I'm a writer and assistant producer.
I'm the second AC.
I am a script.
I'm a sound puppet.
I'm an actor. I love being in movies.
Marco.
We have two really exciting leads for this movie, Ricky and Roxy.
Go for Roxy.
Hi, my name is Ricky Wilson Jr., and I'm playing Tony Michaels.
Hi, my name is Roxanne Schieberga, and I'm playing Sage.
You guys ready? Yeah, ready. Let's roll music.
The film is basically about two teenagers who go to summer camp and they fall in love.
It's sort of an homage to a lot of the classics, such as Grease, Footloose.
All the disability just fades away here, and everyone's just a person. In the outside film world, disability has to be written in the story. People have to know why. My character, Sage, it's never discussed why she's in a wheelchair. And I think that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Everyone's just beaming constantly. This is their lives. They live for Zeno, and you can feel it when you're here.
In the disability world, there's this isolation, there's this lack of opportunity that exists. At Zeno, everyone understands each other, wants to connect, and to find the talent in everyone.
In Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, you'll find 4 senior citizens making socks. Lots and lots of socks.
Socks by Bob have knitted 11,662 as of today.
That's pairs of socks, which means Socks by Bob has knitted 23,324 individual socks. 8.8 miles of socks. And they're all for charity. The man responsible for all these socks is none other than Bob Rutherford. Enter Bob's knitting machines. These superpowered knitting machines go at 90 turns per second. That's pretty fast. But what makes these machines special are that they're self-made.
I'm an experimenter. I just build things. And it took a long time to figure out how to do it. But when you're retired and nothing to do, it just sort of grew.
Socks by Bob began in 2010 after the passing of Bob's wife, Edith.
I was a caregiver to my wife before she died, and my son came home and said, "Dad, you need something to do." I said, well, I'd made these socks on this first knitting machine.
And that sparked an idea, making socks for those in need. But Bob doesn't work alone. He has plenty of help.
George cuts the tube length. Glenn and Barney, they will knit tube socks by the roll.
Each week, Bob and his team knit hundreds of socks that they then deliver to countless homeless shelters all throughout Canada.
The socks are delivered in Alberta, Saskatchewan, BC, Red Deer, Calgary. Some have gone to the northern part of the province. In short, they go to where they're needed. People gotta keep involved. You just can't give up because of bereavement or whatever the case may be. I think that knitting socks for needy people is important. People have to reach out and touch each other, I think, as they grow older. And this has helped me do that. And I think that's the key to life. You don't give up and find a purpose. Find something that needs to be done and do it.
Normally there's this awkwardness around disability, but with that costume on there, that changed how people saw my son. They saw him first before they saw his disability. It just helps break down that barrier. Magic Wheelchair is a nonprofit that builds epic costumes for amazing kiddos in wheelchairs. Magic Wheelchair started when my son was 3 years old. Halloween rolled around and he wanted to be a pirate. We're new to the whole disabilities and wheelchair thing. We didn't know anything about spinal muscular atrophy. I saw him sitting in his wheelchair and thought, wow, we could dress him up as a pirate, be a pirate in a wheelchair, and let's build a ship. We have made probably about 40 different costumes. We have teams right now all over the country. We have a team in France and working on a team in Australia. We're just going to keep onboarding teams because we want to build year-round. It's hard to build for people that are in wheelchairs, but it ultimately starts with the kid. It's whatever they want to be, and then we make it a reality. Halloween was kind of our initial push, but we're seeing like Comic-Con, right? And what's cool about that community of cosplay, that's a very supportive community. The cold reality of childhood diseases are some of them won't be around for next Halloween, so let's find something that we can do while they're here with us. So they have these great memories, and that their families have memories when they're gone. It's almost like a cure for the day, because they don't see the wheelchair, they just see these amazing kids, and it bridges gaps and overcomes that awkwardness that we have in society. I mean, they're the star of the show. Oh, it's awesome to see.
There's so many reasons why I do what I do. I love surfing and I love helping people. I think if everybody found what they love to do, what they were designed to do, and used that gift to help others, this world would look so different. My name's Lambert Lowe, and I'm a surf instructor. I was living in Hawaii, living the dream, teaching surfing to billionaires and celebrities. And at the end of the day, something was missing, and I knew in my heart that I needed to come back to where it all started. I grew up in California. The ocean was where I felt the most connected. I came back and started a nonprofit called the Mix Academy. One of the things that come out of the Mix Academy is this surf school. And I brought that gift of surfing here with some of the people that need the most smiles. Push up from the side, stand up, go. My current class consists of a refugee from North Korea, Nathan, a 9-year-old who's visually impaired, and Shannon, a veteran going through alcoholism. The School of the Misfits is a place where you can belong. On land, everyone looks at us a little differently. But when you're in the water washes all of that off. Surfing, like life, is full of ups and downs. There's waves that are coming, and you can't stop that from coming. Pain's gonna come. What you can't control is yourself and how you're gonna react. You can choose to paddle for it, embrace it, adapt to it, and enjoy the ride. Or this wave's gonna come and it's gonna knock you out and it's gonna wipe you out. Catching a wave is a great feeling. Helping others catch their first wave is a greater feeling. To watch that smile just ear to ear and knowing that, man, that's gonna change someone's life.
Walking around a refugee camp, you just see rows and rows of tents. The trauma that these people have experienced is just so severe and life-consuming. So I'm bringing dance to this refugee camp as a therapy tool. This camp is filled with refugees who have had to flee their homes because of ISIS. This displacement has really just taken everything, including their will to even try because of the hopelessness that comes from being a refugee. I'm studying dance at Belhaven University, but I've always been really interested in how dance can be taken off the stage. And that's when I really began to see a greater scope with dance and that maybe it could be used for something more than just myself. When this opportunity came about for me to volunteer at the center as a dance teacher, I really just couldn't resist. These children's desire to move is so great. They just took the class and there was laughter and smiles immediately, regardless of language barriers. We use a lot of motion and a lot of pointing and arrows and directions, and we communicate with our bodies. Dance is this really amazing vessel for which healing can take place because it involves physicality and connecting with yourself and your body. That's kind of a missing piece. There's a lot of focus on your mind and your thoughts and your emotions, and then sometimes the body is left out. Sometimes we label refugees as refugees, and that's all that they are, but they have the same needs that you and I have to be creative and to move and to breathe and to engage with their humanity. I think having a creative outlet within a camp is so necessary because it's not only fulfilling those needs for food and shelter, but also fulfilling that need for them as human beings.